the stock market crashed and had the worst day since 2020 COVID, and also the crypto market was dumping. And also Bitcoin fell over 7%. But will we now see a recession or see a bullish breakout in the near future? In this video, I will talk about a potential recession and how Bitcoin will evolve in the upcoming days and weeks and months. Before we go into the content, be sure to join my free Telegram group. I share the daily updates on Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. First link in the description. So as I said, the stock market had the worst crash since 2020 COVID, and over $2.9 trillion wiped out of the stock market. And many people are now very fearful of a recession. Also, Amazon got over 12% retracement. And if we have a look at the crypto market, they are also dumping. But here you can see the worst altcoins just with 10% drawdown and Bitcoin just with about 4%. So in comparison, the crypto market is still very strong. So this is a very good sign for the crypto market. And if we have a look at Bitcoin, I said to you in the last video, if we are breaking this last lows, this demand zone to the downside, which we saw here, we are then seeing, or it's more likely that we are seeing a bigger retracement. And as you can see, after we saw this breakdown, we saw an upwards move and then continued the bearish trend. And of course, the unemployment rate also helped this bearish trade to the downside. But if we are zooming out, you can see that we are just having this retracement after this strong bullish upwards move. Because from this last lows at nearly 53k, we saw this move to 70k in this short time. So this was a very bullish move. And we then just saw this retracement. And if we are using the Fibonacci tool, you can see that we are at the 0.5 Fibonacci. So in comparison, it's not a big retracement. And we are still having just one crash here. And some people of the stock market got liquidated. But we are still not having a recession, because a recession is just a recession when we have 2 quarters with negative economic growth, and we are still not there. And of course, the Fed can also change the rates in September or November. So if they're changing, then the chances high that we could also see even higher prices in the near future. And if we are seeing another retracement into this region, I think it's a very interesting zone, because on the one hand, we had this zone right here where we had some rejection. We had this consolidation right here. And then of course, the chances high that we could see some support right here, because these are indicators that big players got into this position. Then we have the 0.618 Fibonacci, which is technically a trend reversal indicator or Fibonacci level. And if we're having a look at the CME chart, you can see that we have some CME gap right here between 60k and 59k. So the chance, if we're coming down, closing this CME gap and seeing a reaction, is very high that we then can continue the trend to the upside. And this would be perfectly in comparison with this last zone here between 60k and 59k. So if we're coming here and seeing bullish price action, then I think the chances high that we could see an bullish trend again. And the first price target would be the 67k, because we have much liquidity over this highs here and of course over 70. But I think the next really interesting price target is the first here at 67k. Just if we're breaking this block to the downside, then I think the chance high that we could see even lower prices. But as long as we're not breaking this one, come here and see bullish price action, I think the chances high that we could see a trend reversal from the zone. And this would be, of course, a great chance for spot entries and for short-term leverage trades. But if we're breaking this last block to the downside, this 59k, then I think the chance high that we could see even lower prices. And then the very next interesting zone is this last order block, because from this order block we had this consolidation and then the start of this very bullish move. And of course we have much liquidity under this lows. So if we're coming into this zone, the chance is high that big player could come into this positions right here and that we then see even higher prices. So between 50k and 52k, that's one. And of course, if we are breaking this last lows, then many people will flip very fearful and very bearish. And if we then come into the zone, see some bullish price action, then the big players got or can go into this position and then liquidate all those people who got out of the market and put their short positions right here. And if you want to trade Bitcoin, you can do this on Blofin. Blofin has no KYC and very low trading fees. And if you're using the link in the description, you get up to $5,000 trading bonus on top. So all in all, do I think we will get into a recession? I think right now many people are very fearful and just many positions got out of the market. And of course the chance for a recession is there, but till now we still don't have a recession and we just saw this little crash. Of course it was the worst crash since 2020, but just in one day we didn't saw like 50%, we just saw like minus 10%. And if we're looking at the crypto market, they are in comparison quite strong. And I will look at this Bitcoin chart if we are coming back into this zone, filling the CME gap, showing here some bullish interest, some bullish price action. Then I will get into a spot position right here and in short-term leverage trades to the upside. Just if we're breaking this one to the downside, then I think the chance side that we see even lower prices and came in this order block to 52K. But as long as we're not breaking this one, I think the chance is high that we could see a bullish turn in this zone. So guys, thank you really much for watching. I wish you great profits at trading and see you in the next one.